Hi children, this is your history class. We are discussing the fourth chapter, tribal, Daikus and the vision of the golden age. In the last class we are discussed about the life of the tribals after or before the coming of the Britishers. Before the coming of the Britishers, they were engaged in jhum cultivator. They are jhum cultivators. What is jhum cultivators? They are burned a part of land and make cultivation and moved to another place. Some were hunters and gatherers, and some herded animals, and some were engaged in the settled cultivation. That was the life of the tribals before the coming of the Britishers. Today we are discussing what is the change occurred in the life of the tribals after the coming of the Britishers. ബ്രിട്ടീഷുകാരുടെ ഇന്ത്യയിലേക്കുള്ള വരവിന് ശേഷം ഈ ട്രൈബൽസിലുണ്ടായുള്ള ആൾക്കാരുടെ മാറ്റങ്ങൾ, അവരുടെ വാട്ട്സ് ദ ചേഞ്ചസ് ഒക്കേർഡ് ഇൻ ദെയർ ലൈഫ്, എന്തൊക്കെ ചേഞ്ചസ് ആണ് അവർക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ളത് എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ നോക്കുന്നത്. സോ ടുഡേ വി ആർ ഡിസ്കസിങ് ഹൗ ഡിഡ് കൊളോണിയൽ റൂൾ എഫക്റ്റഡ് ട്രൈബൽ ലൈഫ്സ്. How did colonial rule affected the tribal life? What happened to the tribal chiefs and shifting cultivators? അപ്പം മെയിൻ ചേഞ്ചസ് വന്നത് രണ്ട് പേർക്കാണ്. ട്രൈബൽ ചീഫ്സിന് ഓരോ ഈച്ച് ട്രൈബൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പിനും ഓരോ ചീഫ് ഉണ്ടാവും. അപ്പം their power was changed during the British rule and the shifting cultivators. What happened to the shifting cultivators? So page number 43. How did colonial rule affect tribal lives? The lives of the tribal groups changed during the British rule. Let us see what these changes were. What happened to tribal chiefs? What has happened to tribal chiefs after the coming of the British? Before the arrival of the British, in many areas the tribal chiefs were important people. Each tribal groups have their chiefs and they were the important people. They have some power in their hands. They enjoyed a certain amount of economic power and had a right to administer and control their territories. So they have the right to control their territories owned by this, that or tribal group. In some places they had their own police and decided on the local rules of land and forest management. Under British rule, the function and power of the tribal chiefs changed considerably. So after the coming of the British, their power lost. അവർക്ക് ഒരു പവർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു in their tribal group. After the coming of the British, that power was lost. They were allowed to keep their land titles over a cluster of villages and rent out lands, but they lost much of their administrative power and were forced to follow laws made by the British officials in India. അവർക്ക് അവരുടെ ജനങ്ങൾ, അവരുടെ ട്രൈബൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സിലുള്ള മെമ്പേഴ്സിനെ അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ, അവരെ ഭരിക്കാനുള്ളൊരു അധികാരം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു അവർക്ക്. സോ ദേ ലോസ്റ്റ് ദെയർ അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേറ്റീവ് പവർ ആൻഡ് ഫോഴ്സ് ടു റൂൾ അക്കോർഡിംഗ് ടു ദ ലോസ് ഓഫ് ദ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഒഫീഷ്യൽസ്. ഇന്ത്യയിലുള്ള ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഒഫീഷ്യൽസ് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന പുതിയ ലോ, അതായത് പുതിയ നിയമങ്ങൾ അനുസരിച്ച് ഭരിക്കാനായിരുന്നു അവർ താല്പര്യപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു ബ്രിട്ടീഷ്. സോ ദേ ലോസ് ദെയർ അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേറ്റീവ് പവർ. ദേ ഓൾസോ ഹാഡ് എ പേ ട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ടു ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ആൻഡ് ഡിസിപ്ലിൻ ദ ട്രൈബൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സ് ഓൺ ബിഹാഫ് ഓഫ് ദ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ്. സോ ദേ വോണ്ട് ടു ഗിവ് സം ഓഫ് മണി ടു ട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ടു ദ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് for using their land and also want to discipline their tribal group in behalf of the British. ബ്രിട്ടീഷുകാർക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അവരുടെ ട്രൈബൽ ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സിനെ അച്ചടക്കത്തോടെ ഭരിക്കാനും അതായിരുന്നു അവരുടെ കാര്യം, അവരുടെ ചുമതലകൾ. They lost the authority they had earlier enjoyed among their people and were unable to fulfill their traditional functions. So they have so many traditional functions in their tribal groups. So they were unable, after coming of British, they were unable to fulfill their traditional functions. So before the coming of the British, the tribal chiefs were the important people in that tribal group. Then after the coming of the British, they enforced some laws over the tribal groups. So the chiefs lost their administrative power. So next one, what happened to the shifting cultivators? What is shifting cultivation? Some places were cultivated. After the harvest, they moved another place to cultivate. So what happened to the shifting cultivators? The British were uncomfortable with the group who moved about and did not have a fixed home. The British was not comfortable with these groups who are moving from place to place. They wanted tribal groups to settle down and become peasant cultivators. So the Britishers want to settle these people so that they can demand revenue from the cultivation. അപ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് ഒരു revenue income കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ these tribal group want to settle in a place so that they can make revenue. Settled peasants were easier to control and administer than people who were always on the move. The British also wanted to regular revenue source for the state. So the main concern was the revenue. To demand revenue, to regularize the revenue system, they want a settled life people. So they introduced land settlements that if they measured the land, defined the rights of each individual to that land and fixed the revenue demand for the state. Earlier lessons we പഠിച്ചതാണ് what are the land settlements of the Britishers. So they want a fixed revenue, so they not allowed these people to move from one place to another. Some peasants were declared landowners, others tenants. As you have seen chapter 2, the tenants were to pay the rent to the landowners, who in turn paid revenue to the state. We are discussing the second chapter. It's already discussed. The British effort to settle gin cultivators was not very successful. Settled plough cultivation is not easy in areas where water is scarce and soil is dry. So where the places where the water scarcity and the soil is dry, it was difficult for the tribals to cultivate in these places. So jum cultivators settle cheyan parnadu, it was not so successful. In fact, jun cultivators who took to plough cultivation often suffered since their field did not produce good yield. So the jun cultivators in northeast India, instead of continuing with their traditional practice, continued with the tradition. So they continued with the traditional practice. So Britishers was not successful to settle this jun cultivators. They are not interested in a settled cultivation. They continued their traditional practice. Facing widespread protest, the British had to ultimately allow them the right to carry on shifting cultivators in some parts of the forest. So they made a lot of protests against the British. So they ultimately, the Britishers allow them to, they give the right to shifting cultivation. So shifting cultivation was tried to stop by the Britishers, but the jun cultivators not ready to settle in a one place, and they made a lot of protest against the British. So and last, the Britishers allowed them to jun cultivation, or shifting cultivation. So after this, the Britishers put forward some forest laws. Before the coming of the British, there were no forest laws in India. Forest കാടിനെ പറ്റി ഒരു നിയമമൊന്നും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല, no forest laws. But after the coming of the British, they given some forest laws. So it was affected by the tribals because they hunted the animals in the forest. As per the forest law, the hunting the animals is a offense. So after what happened, the forest law implemented ഈ ഫോറസ്റ്റ് ലോ ഇംപ്ലിമെൻ്റ് ചെയ്തതിനു ശേഷം ട്രൈബൽസിന് എന്ത് ചേഞ്ചാണ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ളത്? The life of the tribal groups, as you have seen, was directly connected to the forest. So changes in the forest law had a considerable effect on tribal lives. So implementing forest law, the Britishers implemented some forest law. The tribals were very much connected to the forest, so they have some difficulties or changes in the life of the tribals. The British extended their control over the forest and declared that forest was state property. So they first declared that the forest was the state property. Some forests were classified as reserved forests, for they protected timber which the Britishers wanted. So Britishers wanted some timber. What is timber? Tadi. So for the construction of railway, okay, avarku endu avashyam undayirunnu timber, they needed timber. So they made some forest, reserved forest, to grow the timber. In these forests, people were not allowed to move freely. In reserved forest, the people were not allowed to move freely, practice gym cultivation, collect fruits or hunt animals. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിനൊന്നും എന്ത് സമ്മതിച്ചില്ല? The forest law of the Britishers were against the free movement of people in forest, practice gym cultivation, collect fruits or hunt animals. So it adversely affected the life of the tribes. Colonial officials came up with solution, and they made a solution. They decided that they would give German cultivators small patches of land in the forest and allow them to cultivate these on the condition that those who lived in the village would have to provide labor to the forest department and look after the forest. So the colonial officials give a solution to this gym cultivators. They give labor in the forest department. അവർക്ക് അതായത് ജിം കൾട്ടിവേറ്റേഴ്സിന് ഫോറസ്റ്റ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റിൽ ചെറിയ ചെറിയ ജോലികൾ കൊടുക്കാമെന്നുള്ളൊരു ധാരണയിലെത്തി. So in many regions the forest department established forest villages to ensure a regular supply of cheap labor. So they got a cheap labor from the gym cultivators. So this was today's class. We can see in the next class.